Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and this is my Disney Plus recommendations for July 2020. Even though there was not a movie crap live this past week, I still wanted to do sort of a recommendations video to give you stuff to watch. And since most people are really going through Disney Plus this weekend because of Hamilton, I thought it was probably the best time to do that. So yes, here we go. Now, I do have a special guest, D'Angelo, from the YouTube channel Hats Off or Hats Off Media, which is great. We'll get to him later in the show, but let me give you my recommendations and then his as well. First off, although D'Angelo gets more into Hamilton, I will say Hamilton's great. I would recommend it. I try not to recommend the same things my guest recommends, but that is the whole reason people are probably going to Disney Plus. It is most of what anyone's talking about, but I would also recommend Hamilton. It's pretty good. I'll have a review of that out later, but I'm going to go into other things to watch on the service. I tried to go a little weirder, a little more shorts on this, but there's some cool stuff that people really aren't talking about enough, so I think it's worthwhile. First off, the one thing, I've actually gotten my daughter to watch 2 episodes of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I don't know how at all. It doesn't make sense to me, but she gets like totally into it when it's on. Don't know why. I used to watch it as a kid because it was syndicated a lot. It came out before I was born. It was syndicated almost through the entirety of the 1980s. And then because I was obsessed with Spider-Man, there were no Spider-Man cartoons when I was 7 years old. My dad would have to like get tapes of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and like make copies of them and stuff. So it was like a show I watched, but it is so terrible. Really not good. And the voice of Fred from Scooby-Doo's in there, playing way too many characters and not changing his voice, which is completely confusing. But I did watch some of Prop Culture. I like Prop Culture. My kind of more complaint of it is Disney's documentaries are way overproduced. And I didn't watch the ones where of like people crying and stuff. I apparently picked the wrong episodes, but I watched the ones I have watched. The Roger Rabbit and the Muppet Movie were actually really good. I like those, and they were funny. But I'm not a huge fan of how Disney really overproduces things, and one of the reasons I didn't recommend the Making the Mandalorian is because they would go on and on about like how I got into Star Wars. I'm like, guys, I don't care. Like, just don't talk about how amazing Star Wars is. Just tell me how you made Star Wars. That's why I'm watching this. I didn't watch famous people tell me how great Star Wars is. I already know that. That's not interesting to me. So, but I do recommend Prop Culture. If you're into the movies, they're showing you props of, but they show you some cool props and like interesting things about Roger Rabbit I didn't know. So that's pretty cool. While we're on this Roger Rabbit trip, the 3 shorts, the theatrical shorts they released post Who Framed Roger Rabbit, those being Roller Coaster Rabbit, Trail Mix-Up, and Tummy Trouble, are all on Disney Plus. I think this is the first streaming service they've been on. It's cool that they're all in the same place, so if you ever wanted to watch those, I know kids of my generation would even just go to the movies just to see these, and they were a pretty big deal. I don't remember loving them that much, but I'm going to actually check them out. I might review them in the future on future movie craps, because why not? And, it's kind of like the only other Roger Rabbit media we have, so, cool. Another thing, they don't have a lot of the original Ub Iwerks Mickey Mouse shorts, which is bullshit. When I typed in Ub Iwerks into the Disney Plus search engine, the only thing that came up was Steamboat Willie, which is shameful. But if you've never seen Steamboat Willie, now's your chance. Like, seriously, it's one of the most important animated shorts of all time. It's basically what made the Disney Corporation into the evil behemoth that it is, so you should at least have seen it once. So I'm saying I recommend you watch Steamboat Willie, and you'll understand that little whistle thing came from a cartoon at the beginning of all your Disney features. Next up, a really good old a cartoon that's considered one of the best animated shorts of all time. The Old Mill is all... They have like some of the classic Disney shorts, not all, but the Old Mill is one of the most great. I think it was the first to use the multi-plane camera and stuff like that. It's a piece of animation history. It's there. It's only a couple minutes, and it's great. It's really great. There's no talking in it, so you don't have to worry about any racist stuff. Maybe there is. It's just like an old mill and a bunch of animals, and the animation is breathtaking, and you should absolutely check that out. I am doing a lot of shorts because I want to there's other things Disney Plus offers that people aren't talking about. The Moon Spinners, which is a great Haley Mills mystery. I remember really liking it. I kind of want to show it to Sophie when she's older. People don't talk about Haley Mills and all the stuff she did at Disney, but this was kind of one of the better, her more teenage stuff post The Parent Trap, I believe. I saw it like 10 years ago, and I actually quite liked it. I kind of saw it on a lark. And it was pretty cool, and no one talks about it, but it's there, the Moon Spinners. As well as they have both the Frankenweenie short and the Frankenweenie feature. I really liked Frankenweenie, the feature, a lot. I thought it was maybe the last Tim Burton film I really got into. And the short's pretty cool. It's like kind of what gave him his start. It was a short that I used to watch on VHS as well. So those are two cool, little Tim Burton things. You've never seen Frankenweenie. I think it's pretty good. Both of them, in fact, actually. And two more things. One, the Pixar short For the Birds, which I think is really great. It's a cool little Pixar short, as well as from, I think it won an Oscar. I should have looked that up. I didn't. That's pretty cool. Just a bunch of birds hanging out. And then the original Tron. If you've never seen the original Tron, it's on Disney Plus for you to consume. And you should have seen it by now. And I kind of a little maybe prefer it to Tron Legacy. It's not as good looking, but it's definitely historic and cool. Anyway, even though this has probably been longer than it usually is, now I'm going to go to D'Angelo from Hats Off, and he will give you his recommendation. So D'Angelo, take it away.
Thanks for having me on, Jim. Hello everyone, my name is D'Angelo Edwards, host of the YouTube show Hats Off, where I take my hat off to anything and everything I find interesting. From finding joy and creativity through Bakuman, to going through Billy and Mandy fanfiction, I do it all and then some. But today I'm going to be discussing some of my top picks for Disney+. Now, by no means is it a perfect service, but there is still a lot to love here. And I want to shine a light on some of the stuff that I think deserves it. First up, I would like to recommend Schoolhouse Rock. I didn't even know this was on here, but now that I do, you know I'm gonna get my learning on. Schoolhouse Rock was always the best part of school. If you came into English class and saw a TV, you knew you were in for some fun. It's basically just all the basics of school crammed into an extremely catchy package. My faves have to be 3 is a Magic Number, Interjections, and Conjunction Junction, classics. Pour a bowl of cereal and enjoy some wholesome educational fun. Next up is Hamilton. That's right, 2 educational choices in a row. If you didn't want to check out my channel before, I know you want to now. While I normally hate American history, Hamilton is one of the things I'll gladly watch any day. Hamilton, of course, being the award-winning musical crafted by Gizmo Duck himself, Lin-Manuel Miranda. It tells the story of the least racist founding father through an utterly amazing soundtrack. I can tell you with extreme honesty that I didn't give a crap about Hamilton before I saw this, but now, he's alright by me. Check it out if you want to have something stuck in your head for 5 months. But that might just be me. Now comes a choice that might get me in a little bit of trouble. Lion King 2. I'ma say it, I like Lion King 2 more than 1. Yeah, I'm that guy. Is it better than Lion King 1? Probably not, but I like it more. First off, it is one of, if not the best Disney sequels. Which isn't saying much, but whatever. The soundtrack is amazing and can hold its own with the original, especially Deception. It still slaps to this day. And the characters are fun. Kovu is amazing and probably created a whole generation of furries, and Kira isn't bad either. Is it perfect? Of course not, it has Andy Dick in it. But it is definitely worth the watch. Next up is something that isn't out yet, but is coming soon. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. One of the original Kings of Jetix, this cartoon was any tokusatsu fan's dream. Half Ultraman, half Power Rangers, half Godzilla movie. This show was amazing to watch as a kid, and it still holds up. It looks great, sounds great, and man, Disney, please just give us another season, or heck, just one more episode. I'll do it for free. It won't look good, but it'll be free. It drops on July 17th, so make sure to watch it. Make Disney listen. And last but not least is something that I truly think deserves a lot more love. Tangled, the animated series. When I first saw this show, I didn't expect much. I hadn't seen Tangled at the time, so I thought this was just going to be another quick cash grab. But boy was I wrong. Just like the movie, Tangled is one of the best things Disney has done in a while. Part action, part adventure, part musical. This show is everything I want out of a Disney show. The songs, amazing. The animation, stunning. The story, one of the most compelling stories of romantic and platonic love I've ever seen. Tangled is one of Disney's best movies, and the show is just as good. Now we just need a Tangled 2 so I can see some of the TV show characters on the big screen. Make it happen, Mouse House. But those are my picks for Disney+. Thanks for having me on, Jim. I'll see you later. And hopefully, I'll be seeing some of you guys back on my channel. Right?
Okay, those were some cool recommendations. You should check out his YouTube channel, by the way. The Lion King 2 thing, though, that was interesting. I like when people have interesting takes on stuff. But you should check out his channel. He has a really good one on what Scoob could have been, which goes into a comics story that he details, and I thought he did a really great job with, as well as his recent video on the Fire Breather movie from Cartoon Network. He has a cool YouTube channel. Check out and subscribe to Hats Off Media. You really should. It's a cool channel. I enjoy it, which is why I had him on this show. He's a cool guy, and he was very nice to do that. So thank you very much, D'Angelo, and everyone, please subscribe to his YouTube channel and check him out. He's got some good stuff over there. Anyway, that's my recommendations and D'Angelo's recommendations on what to watch on Disney Plus. I hope we helped you find stuff that wasn't just Hamilton, although we both said you should probably watch that too. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you this upcoming Saturday on Movie Crap Live. Let me know what you would like to see from Disney Plus, and I'll see you next time.